let's get to quarantine and get our 3 days over with. So as soon as we got out of arrivals, there was a guy that asked us which quarantine hotel are we going to stay at. We said Blue Sky, and he ushered a guy to come over, and he took our passports and the QR code on our little number bar, and we've come out to the road. They're going to get a taxi to take us to the hotel, so that's what we're waiting for now. There's quite a lot of people waiting to do this too. Hopefully it's not going to be too slow.
Oh wow, so strong.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wait, I'll go top them all this.
Oh, I guess not. Maybe it's just a taxi to the hotel?
I guess so.
I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Terima kasih.
Blue Sky Petamburan. Yeah, got everything?
Yes, got it.
Really good. Thank you.
Thank you. Ooh, blue. A blue sky.
Blue and purple.
Yeah. And this one.
Work in your room.
So this is one of the rooms,
Yeah.
but something tells me we don't want this one, do we?
No. We can push the beds together, but
Oh,
actually no, you can't push the beds together.
are they fixed?
They're fixed.
Ah.
Yeah. But
Well, we chose this one so we've got a bit of extra space so we can work and study, but we want the interconnecting rooms. The one next door is double bed, so maybe we can sleep in the other one, have this one with a bit of extra space. Hopefully they're just sorting it out, and we asked for the food. The guy came and delivered one Western food already, and we asked for vegetarian food for Emma.
yeah.
So hopefully they can sort that out, and then we can just rest. I'm sure we're knackered, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm really tired.
Super tired. Just want to take a shower and eat and sleep.
Yep. Where's the bloody putter?
Feeling much better after a shower, rest, settle in after such a long day, and we finally got some food delivered. I think they were a bit confused, but we finally got a vegetarian meal for you. What does it look like?
Interesting. We've got egg, corn, some salady bits, another little salad, potato, and watermelon. So yeah, it looks a bit interesting, but we'll see.
Yours looks a bit like just the sides of something, like without the main course.
What have you got?
Over here it looks like sweet corn, veggies, piece of chicken, salad, and some potato wedges too. So this one's not veggie, but anyway, we're starving. Tuck in like that. I think we're just gonna chill, eat some food, watch a bit of TV, and go to bed. Super tired from the first day of travel. Time to munch?
No.
So that was our first night in quarantine here in Blue Sky Petamburan. Obviously a bit of a short night because we arrived late, but tomorrow we'll have our full day, so we'll be able to show you a bit more around the rooms, check out the food situation, and just settle in a bit more. We're really tired right now. We had a super long travel day. If you want to check out our journey from Saigon to Jakarta, you can check this video out here in the card. But now, time to go to sleep, get some rest, and we'll see you in the morning, right?
Yeah, sounds good. Night, guys.
Good night.
See you for breakfast.
Good morning, Jakarta.
Ooh, it's looking grey out there.
A little bit grey. Interesting skyline though. And
Good morning.
good morning. We were up at 6:30 this morning for a knock on the door for breakfast and go back to sleep for 3 hours, but we have breakfast here. Let's see what we got.
Show us the goods.
The goods. So looks like 3 hash browns, a sandwich that just looks like lettuce and tomato. So I think boiled veggies, probably a boiled egg, another salad, it's a tangerine, and some sweet cake.
And a little milk.
Yep, a little
Yeah.
carton of milk, which is good. We can have it with our coffee. We brought some all the way from Vietnam.
And our mugs made it.
We
We
brought
made
our
these.
custom-made mugs all the way.
Yeah, we were so proud. We didn't think they'd make it, but
Yeah.
they did.
They survived the journey, getting thrown around. Let's have a coffee and some breakfast, and then we'll see what to do with the day.
It's now lunchtime and Lewis has gone to get our lunch from outside. So when we get meals delivered, they are just left on a little table outside on a tray.
It's lunch.
Lunchtime. And they're all plastic wrapped and stuff. Not the best for the environment, but it's good for hygiene and that, especially with COVID and all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we get our meals delivered. It's really easy and simple. I mean, they do deliver it a bit earlier, don't they?
Yeah, they just knock on the door and they'll say lunch, and they'll just leave it on a little tray on the little desk outside your room, and we just go pick it up whenever we want. So I think we can sit and eat for a bit. It's a bit of a shame because the food is always cold because they often drop it off really early. But yeah, the food seems okay, decent quantity and selection. So let's sit down and eat this one and see what it's like.
We wish we had like a microwave or a fridge in the room so we could like store the food and also heat it back up again, but we don't. But it's not the end of the world. Quarantine is just for 3 days, so we can survive.
Yeah, quite short. We'll be able to go get some nicer food around Jakarta in the next few days. So.
Yeah, you'll have to come along for that. Stay tuned.
So it's about 5 p.m. on our first full day in quarantine. It's been going okay so far. We've just been settling in, set up all my computer stuff over here if we need to do it, so that'll be nice. We had someone deliver SIM cards to our room, and we got 2 tourist SIM cards from 3 that we can use while in quarantine. But Emma put hers in her phone and everything was fine, but for me, it wasn't working. We asked for some assistance from our quarantine hotel and they sent a guy to come and check it, but he wasn't able to do anything. Something's going on with my phone. So I'm just updating the software, and we're gonna have to go to customs when we get out of quarantine. If you want to use local Indonesia SIM card here in Indonesia, then you need to register your IMEI number for whatever device you're using with customs. And you have up to $500 allowance, so our phones are iPhone 10, so it should be less than that, so we shouldn't pay any customs, just need to register it. But if you have a new phone over $500, you will have to pay some tax over that value, so something to look out for. One other thing that we did which was really good, the Wi-Fi in our room was okay. It was around 20 up, 20 down, but we brought a really good router that we were using in Vietnam as well, and I hooked it up. Let me show you. Looking a bit ugly, but I just plugged in the Ethernet cable into our router, and now we've got about 90 up, 90 down in the rooms, because the connection in our hotel is good, but the router not so good. So if good Wi-Fi is important to you, you could consider bringing a better router and hooking it up, and that'll be a lot easier. Now we're just having our afternoon coffees, chilling for a bit. I might do a little bit of editing for our journey to Jakarta, so if this is the quarantine video, if I've finished the journey to Jakarta video, I'll leave a link up there in the card. And time to have a little rest. Thumbs up from Emma. So it's another dinner time. The only thing we use to count the passage of time in quarantine by meals. What do we have this time?
Well, it's a bit confusing because we do have a menu, but we think they deviate a bit from what the menu actually is. So there's this sort of like, obviously I'm vegetarian, there's some sort of meat substitute here. Don't really know what it is, but it tastes quite nice. I've got omelette, potato, veggies, and this, I'm not sure what it is. I thought it was a potato salad, but actually I don't know if it is.
It looks like fruit, doesn't it?
Yeah,
or
it
is
tastes
carrot?
like mayonnaise though. And then I've just got some melon as well, and obviously a bottle of water. And Lewis is a bit confused as well with yours because you ask for meat, Western, but you've got the same as me but without the egg, so it's a bit strange.
It's almost like vegan, so I don't know whether they messed up a little bit and they don't quite understand one vegetarian, one Western. Mine doesn't look too different. Basically the same, except without the egg. Looks like tempeh, some potato wedges, not very crispy, I don't like it too much. Some fruit and the same fruit salad, but anyway, we're gonna eat it and see what it's like. And I hooked up my laptop, HDMI to the TV, so I think we're just gonna have dinner, watch a movie tonight and relax. This is basically our last night in quarantine. If we wake up early tomorrow at 4 AM to do PCR, then we can get out of quarantine tomorrow afternoon. So I think we'll do that so we have a bit more freedom. Yeah.
This is melon.
Melon? Some kind of fruit salad then, but mayonnaise? Or is it some kind of weird cream? Anyway, we're gonna tuck in and see what it's like. It's a bit horrible lighting, but it's end of day 2. This is our first full day. Almost ready for bed now. We just had to do one little form about quarantine form. We just provided some information about vaccination and our next destination. Because tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be checking out, finishing quarantine. We are gonna have to wake up early tomorrow. They're doing PCR tests for our floor at 4 AM. But that's so we can hopefully get the result back and finish quarantine by 2 PM tomorrow. That means we'll be free to explore the city, although we are gonna stay in this hotel for the rest of the week before we travel on to Bali. But hopefully it'll be nice if we get out and enjoy a bit more freedom.
Yeah, we've already decided a few things that we'd like to see or do, so definitely check it out. Come with us.
Got around a few restaurants in Jakarta, a few attractions and things to do, so yeah. I think our dinner tonight was a bit disappointing. Like you saw, I'm not quite sure it was the right menu for me, and we're both quite hungry, so I had a bit of a late night snack. Food has been okay during our stay, but at least when we check out our quarantine, we can go try street food or order or go out to some other restaurants. That will be a bit nicer.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
So, time to say goodnight. See you at 4 AM for PCR test.
Yay, so excited.
Sleep well. Good afternoon from our 3rd day here in quarantine. Had a bit of a disrupted night because we had to wake up for our early morning PCR test. We were told it's going to be about 4 AM, so we actually woke up about 4 AM, but there was no one there. And then around 5:30 in the morning, we got loud knocks on the door, so we went out to do our PCR test. We're going to show you what it was like now. Yes, the old 4 AM PCR test. Time to go back to bed. And this morning we woke up to some breakfast outside the door. I had some sausages and egg and some veggies and fruit, which was okay. And we've just spent the morning. I've been doing some video editing for our journey to Jakarta video. So if you haven't seen how we got here to quarantine, you can watch this video up here. Or is it up there? I think up here, I think. There's the card to watch Journey to Jakarta. And we just got a message from reception that we can go and get our PCR test result downstairs. So that seems like a good sign that we can leave our rooms, that hopefully it's negative and everything will be good. Okay. Housekeeping has just arrived, so I think we're just going to get them to change the bed linen, take out the trash, clean the toilet a little bit, but we've only been here a couple of days, so no big deal. We got the connecting rooms for a little bit more space and freedom to walk around. Let's see. Coming in. Hello.
Hi. That's my little desk set up, but I'm currently on the bed.
Very nice. And the workout, we also asked, we requested them to give us some dumbbells and a yoga mat.
Yeah.
For a little bit of exercise. Yeah. I think that's our phone. Let me answer it and see what's up. Hello? Yes, that is right. Actually leaving the room. Exciting.
You don't know what floor reception is on?
Yeah, ground floor probably.
Oh. This is the lobby.
Hello.
Our PCR results, please. For room 708 and 706. Your name is? Emma.
Lewis.
Lewis.
we went down to reception, but actually they told us our PCR test wasn't even ready yet, so we still have to wait. And we're doing another pack up now because we're gonna have to change rooms. This is a quarantine room and we're gonna finish our quarantine today. So we're gonna pack up and move to a couple more rooms on a different floor. So we're gonna stay until the end of the week here in Jakarta. So just packing up again and moving to another room.
Last quarantine meal, we hope.
Let's hope so. Not such a bad view from our quarantine room.
Okay. Yep, your pen.
We got our negative PCR results, so woohoo! We have finished our quarantine. Now they're just checking our room and getting our next rooms ready. We're going to stay for the 5 more nights till next weekend. So yeah, move our stuff, and then I think we can go and explore a bit.
Yay! Excited.
Yay! Finish your Kit Kat? Good. So we have officially finished our quarantine. No more quarantine wristbands. So we went downstairs to reception and they gave us back our PCR test, which obviously was negative, and gave us our passports and we paid the bill. It was just shy of 3 million IDR, which is around $210.
Yeah.
For the 3 days, 2 nights package, which is obviously one of the shortest quarantines. When we originally booked about a month ago, it was going to be 7 nights.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks later went down to 5 nights. And then I think 3 days before our flight, it said only 3 days. It's not even that really, because we arrived late on Saturday night. We spent all day Sunday here, and then around 2 p.m. today we were out. So it's basically 2 days, 2 nights.
Yeah. We're lucky because we have the 3 vaccines. That's why it's so short. I mean, if you only have 1 vaccine, I think you've still got to do the 7 nights. Or if you've only got 2, you still got to do the 5 days, 4 nights. So we're really lucky. But yeah, we've literally just spent the whole afternoon just like changing rooms because we weren't allowed to stay. I don't know if you said this earlier. We weren't allowed to stay in the same rooms as our quarantine because that whole floor is just for quarantine purposes. So it would be really, more people might want to go in that room basically. So we spent the whole afternoon just moving up and down and changing rooms because we are very specific with our room preferences, which we told them from the beginning, didn't we?
Yeah, we needed to have good Wi-Fi, and we ideally wanted connecting rooms just so it's easier, somewhere to walk around, and we wanted double bed. We just got moved to this room now and there's 2 single beds. We pushed them together, but it was a bit annoying because, like Emma said, we told them exactly what we wanted. We weren't expecting to move, and they seemed surprised. They moved us to 2 rooms with single beds, and we have to go back down and ask for double beds, and then the Wi-Fi's not working, blah, 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 blah. It's been a bit of a ball ache because we wanted to go out, spend the afternoon exploring Jakarta, and we've lost a couple of hours doing that. But in the end, we think they basically worked everything out, so that was okay. And
we're all set up now, so we pushed the beds together. As you can see, it's not ideal, but it will do until Saturday. We're only staying here for, a few more days, and then we're off to Bali. So that's exciting.
Actually, in some hotels, they don't allow unmarried couples to stay in the room together, but this one, Blue Sky
Petamburan,
they allowed us to, so that part was okay, and they were mostly helpful trying to do it, accommodate our needs. And I would say with our quarantine overall, for me, the food wasn't that great. I mean, we weren't expecting gourmet, but a few times I got vegetarian food when I asked for the meat menu. It was always cold. I mean, can't expect it because, they leave it outside. But there was one night, last night, when there just wasn't much food. And when you're limited, you can't go to the supermarket. You can order from the menu here and stuff, but the basic thing is you don't want to be hungry, and last night we had to have some snacks late, so that was okay. The rooms, what do you think of the rooms?
The rooms are fine. I mean, they do the job. Like I mentioned before, it'd be nice to have a mini fridge or something just to store some snacks or leftovers, but otherwise it's fine. The main thing is we wanted a desk with a chair and have stable Wi-Fi. So it meets those requirements. If that's what you're after too, then here is okay.
Yeah. The other thing is we did see there were quite a few ants in our other room. It's an issue that we had in Vietnam when we were living there too.
We get that it happens in a hot climate and stuff, but it kind of made it a bit less enjoyable, especially when it was crawling all over the food that we hadn't touched yet. Obviously it's all plastic wrapped, but we would prefer that to not happen.
But overall, the quarantine wasn't too bad. Like we said, it was quite short. It's expensive for what we got. It was like over £50 British pounds per night.
Yeah.
But now we're done and we're free to explore, so that's good. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're gonna go check out a cafe or something, and then maybe go out for dinner tomorrow night. So that'll be nice.
Yep, so we finished our quarantine. We're going to spend a few days exploring Jakarta. You can follow along. Feel free to like and subscribe to see what we get up to in Jakarta and at the weekend when we go to Bali. And if you want to see about our journey getting to Jakarta from Saigon, Vietnam, you can check this video up here just before we arrived in quarantine.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe.
Cool. Thanks very much.
See you next time.
Bye, guys.